The housing market is heating up, but if you're thinking of buying or selling a home anytime soon, the process may be different than in years past. Let's bring in WDRB.com business reporter Chris Otts to unpack it here. I'm really glad you're doing this story, first off, because myself, like many others, got a little letter in the mail last week or in the last couple of weeks. Bunch of words, 0.6 font, and not really understanding what it meant. So there was a big settlement.
Have you bought or sold a house recently?
In the last 2 years, right? But I mean, this is recently is a big swath.
Yeah,
all right. So there were. Let's catch everybody up. In the last week, there was a settlement involving Realtors nationwide, and so it has to do with the commissions they earn on home sales. What's changing?
Well, that settlement is going to lead to a few changes for people who are in the housing market. Before we get there, let's sort of like back up and talk about how exactly this works. Because you have realtors on both sides when you buy and sell a house. But the way that the commission actually works is that it's paid by the seller. So say you have an example of like a $250,000 house. If you then add the commission of 6% on that, it's going to be equally shared between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. This is just an example of how it typically works. I'm sure there are real estate agents who are looking at this saying, oh, no, our commissions are negotiable. That's not a standard fee. But often that is what you see. There's been some allegations that the realtors have done some practices that basically lock in this fee structure. And so they're going to have to make some changes. One of the things is that you'll be asked to sign something that spells out, if you're working with an agent who's helping you find a house, that if the seller isn't going to offer that commission, somehow that agent is going to get paid, or you as the buyer are going to ensure that that's going to happen. I talked with the president of the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors about this.
What do we do if the seller isn't offering a cooperating commission that covers what I charge? What do we do if they offer more of a cooperating commission than what I charge? What do we do if they offer exactly what I charge? It calls it out and sets the field so that everybody knows exactly what's going on.
So the reason that these expectations need to be set up front now is that the listing service, the multiple listing service where homes are on the market and shared, part of this settlement is that realtors will no longer be able to advertise to each other how much commission they might get if they bring a buyer to a home.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
So there's lots of uncertainty.
Like if you sell this home, the commission is this percent. That's kind of going away.
Yes.
I understand that.
They can have a phone call that says that, but it can't be on their shared system.
Gotcha. So the big question now with all these changes going on, does that mean that buying or selling a home will be less expensive in terms of the commission?
Well, the idea from the lawyers who push this litigation is that there needs to be more competition. We need to see more variance in what realtors charge. But there are some industry insiders who say, listen, this common system where you'll often see a 6% commission shared with the agents is because it works, because buyers can finance that commission into the home sale price, pay it over 30 years. They don't have to pay it out of pocket. I talked with Harry Borders. He's a longtime real estate attorney who helps realtors.
But we really don't anticipate a whole lot of change in the way the business is being done. Again, it's short-sighted for that listing agent to recommend to their seller that they pay me something less than normal.
All right, so Chris, the big question I also have out of this is, this was a major settlement, so how many years back does it go for if you bought or sold a home? And I mean, how much are homeowners possibly going to get?
Yeah, I think that it's maybe up to about 5 years from what's been reported. Gil, this is complicated. There are like 19 lawsuits that are trying to copy this one lawsuit that was really successful in Kansas City. So you're going to have to look into those details. But if you did get one of those cards, it is possible that you're owed some compensation. How much? Not really clear at this point. We know that the realtors, the National Association, is going to have to pay over $400 million into a fund.
That's a big settlement. All right, Chris, that's really interesting, useful news. A lot of people have bought houses in the last 5 years. We'll look for your in-depth article right now on WDRB.com. Thanks.
Thank you.